According to Guam Police Department Acting Spokesperson Sergeant Elizabeth Flickinger, 911 received a report of a shooting at around 11 o'clock Saturday night.
I was off duty back in July 2012 over at a buddy's house, and when I was leaving to go home, an anti-military local in the area decided to shoot me with either a shotgun or a high-caliber rifle.
A green Honda Civic was parked at the mouth of the cul-de-sac today. The driver's side window is shattered. There's blood splattered inside the vehicle, and evidence of this bullet hole pierced through the driver's side door. There was also blood trailing from the car towards the driveway of the home, where the victim was found lying on the ground.
At that moment, it was the most helpless I felt ever, the most scared I've ever felt, because I really thought that was it and I was going to die, and didn't think anybody was going to come out.
Upon arrival of our officers, they had seen a male individual on the ground being tended by the neighbors and the medics. Apparently he sustained a gunshot injury to the right arm.
At this point, police are still piecing together what exactly happened, what prompted the shooting, and are searching for the suspect or suspects involved.
I don't have any use of my right hand and forearm. They did do a nerve reconstruction, but it's not looking good. I'm temporary duty retirement, so I get up to about 3 to 5 years to get reevaluated and possibly come back into the military, which is something I really want to do.
All right, go get your arrows.
I've been to a few introductory sports camps through the Air Force Wounded Warrior program. When I first found out about archery, the first time I tried it, I was actually sitting on the ground and put the bow horizontally in between my feet. So I actually pulled back. There was no accuracy. It was just kind of like a, hey, let's try this really quick. Let's see if it works. And then somebody mentioned at a different introductory sports camp, like, hey, why don't you put a little mouth pad? And I was like, oh, okay, let's try that. And we put some 550 cord around it, bit down on my teeth, pulled it back and shot a couple down, and it was actually pretty accurate.
The recurves first place, once again, I don't know how you did it, Daniel Crane for 191.
It's been a complete 180. Didn't think I could compete again in sports, and I didn't think I'd ever be around such a good group of guys and girls, and the support system here is just phenomenal, and it's changed my world. I think I was like an ambidextrous person, just never knew it.
911 received a report of a shooting.
Gunshot injury to the right
together
arm.
What exactly happened?
A vehicle had just fled
Are
the
searching
area.
for the suspect involved.
After they did the nerve reconstruction to try and get something back, I really had hope that something was going to come back in my hand and I'd be able to use my hand again. And after about a year of nothing, no improvement, I just kind of came to my own realization that it's probably never going to come back. Well, the actual amputation is called a transradial amputation, and that's from the about 4 inches up from the wrist and down to the hand itself, of course. It actually wasn't even that bad. It was not as bad as the previous surgeries when the initial traumatic injury happened, but this one was very, very smooth, not as painful. I still kind of feel like my hand is there on my residual limb, and it's weird. It kind of feels like my hand's almost kind of stuck in one place, and so they're kind of working on that to try and help me with the phantom pain and the phantom limb pain. And so everything's coming up pretty easily for me, but I guess once you're forced to do something, it comes easy and your mind tells you, hey, you need to do this. I feel like I can do much more. I can't throw a football yet, but you know how it is. You know, throwing with your left arm, you look like a little girl. Don't put that on there. So a couple of the events that are coming up for me are the Invictus Games and the Wounded Warrior Games. Back whenever I first joined the military, my first 2 years was in England. So I lived 2 hours away from London, and so I've been there a few times, and just to go back like this, it's a huge accomplishment, I think. It's just, I mean, just knowing like, hey, they want you on Team USA to compete, you know, in the Invictus Games, and it's just, it's definitely something to take pride in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Which is why I'm definitely still training. I'm still going to CrossFit, I'm still going to the gym, and making sure that I'm ready and I want to win some medals.
When you've been severely wounded or injured, it changes your life. And every day you have to drive forward, and there's setbacks, and you go forward.
I personally don't think that the journey of healing is ever going to stop. It's always going to get better and better. Whatever's happened in the past, I can't do anything about. Once it's out in the air and it's going way past you and hitting that target, you just got to move forward into the next one, to the next step.
Just getting the nerves out, you know?
I don't think Daniel has reached his full potential. I think that's still to come, and we're excited to see where Daniel goes.
And to see him here, competing for gold, shooting archery through his mouth, and almost beating someone with both their arms, wow, it doesn't get much better than that.
My arm is out there, and I'm nervous, shaking, and then I take that breath and everything just slows down for that split second. Everything is still, everything is calm, and that's whenever I take my shot.
This program, it changes lives. It honestly changes lives. And I am definitely a person that it's changed.
To see someone at their lowest of low, and then you see him up there on the medal stand, just doing a complete 180. It's an amazing thing to witness. Not only are they helping their own rehabilitation and recovery, as well as the athletes around them in their rehabilitation and recovery, but they're inspiring an entire generation of airmen.